Now that we have that file, let's say we need to restore something from it. How do we do that? Well, we can come in here and we can open up the file, which is this guy right here. I'm on a Mac. If you're on a PC, you're going to have to use something like 7-zip or WinZip to be able to extract this archive. But on a Mac, it's a little bit easier. I can just open this guy up. It automatically extracts it for me. And then the nice thing is that once it's done, I can come in here and notice how everything is broken down by folders. There's a lot of stuff in here. It backs up SSL certificates, suspended data, user config data, user data. Everything, which is why I love this form of backup, because it grabs everything. There's one time I accidentally deleted a user account and I wasn't supposed to. And it not only deleted like their WordPress installation, but it deleted all of their emails. It deleted their DNS entries, which I didn't have like backed up anywhere, but luckily the backup contains all of that information and not just the WordPress files. So it's pretty great. So let's say a user overwrote some of their WordPress files, or they deleted an image that they can't get back that they absolutely needed. Well, cool. You can come in here to this folder, which is the home directory, and you can go to public HTML. And then this is all of the different files inside of the home directory as you had before. So if they deleted images, you come in here to WP content, you could go to uploads and then figure out what year it was. And then somewhere in here is the specific image that they would have deleted. The other thing too that's nice is, let's say they deleted something from the database that they need to get back. Well, you've got the exact same thing. So you can come here to MySQL, and here is the SQL file that you can just re-import, delete everything in the existing database, but re-import that, and then it's like it never happened. So a lot of this is kind of a manual process, but follow the tutorial that I did on how to migrate a WordPress website manually, and you'll see how I copy files, how I import the database and all that kind of stuff. And it's the exact same process here. I've got my WordPress database here. I've got all of my files in my home directory files. Everything's good to go. Now, another thing that I get asked all the time is, okay, so you've got these backups. Do you have to go in there once per week or once per month and manually click that blue, circular arrow button and say, do a full backup? And the answer is no, because I've got a script that automatically does it for me. So I'm not going to include that in this video, but I'm going to include that in the bonus section at the very end of the course that shows you how to set up this script that I created that does it automatically for me. And the great part about that too is not only does it run the backups, but it takes the backups and it copies them off-site, because I don't want my websites and my backups to be located on the same server. That's just a recipe for disaster. If something happens with A2 and maybe they get a virus. I don't think that would actually happen, but what if the entire server is infected and it infects all of your different websites? You don't want to keep your backups on the same server as your websites. So I actually take those backups and I ship them off-site and I store them in AWS. So that's for another video, but stay tuned, watch that one. And it's a good video that'll talk about setting up that script and how you can do the exact same thing.